exclusive presentation of Ring of Honor Wrestling on HDNet.
The ROH HDNet Pick 6 Contender Series, which is quite simply this. I have determined in my mind who the top 12 single competitors are in Ring of Honor. And beginning tonight and for the next 6 weeks here on ROH television, they're going to have 6 single matches. Those 6 single matches will determine the top 6 contenders for the Ring of Honor World title. The first match in the Ring of Honor HDNet Pick 6 Contender Series. It will be Delirious. He will face none other than Kenny King.
A lot of alignments. And of course the loser has no shot at the world title. And Delirious going after him. Look at Red Titus run. Are you kidding me?
Now the agility of Kenny King. Blockbuster.
Kenny King, the blockbuster. It's got Delirious down, but Delirious determined not to lose this match. Crowd is on its feet now. Up on the ropes. Could this be Shadows over Hell right here?
Absolutely not. Kick right to the chest. He's got him up.
Here comes the roll-up from Delirious. 1, 2, 3, it's over! Delirious has won! He beat Kenny King. Give him $2,500. Put him in the Pick 6. Delirious moves on.
Sanjay Dutt. You will be competing for a spot in the Pick 6 against the returning Tyler Black.
Did you see the spring in his step? Tyler Black means business here tonight. Oh, what a great move by Tyler Black. You thought he was dead. You thought he was done. No way. Got Tyler up.
Sends on all the body weight crashing down on that midsection.
And a near fall. And Tyler throws Sanjay Dutt outside the ring onto that hard mat. Now he's gonna fly! How about that move?
And Sanjay flies this time.
Here it is. Up in the air. God's last gift. This could be in 1, 2, 3. Tyler Black has won.
It is my privilege right now to present to you, accompanied by the most dangerous woman in professional wrestling, Sarah Del Rey, the Sultan of the Sweet Science, the Knockout King, Chris Hero!
And we welcome you to Ring of Honor on HDNet. Chris Hero, of course, in a couple of weeks will be wrestling for a spot in that Pick 6 to eventually challenge Austin Aries for the world title. Already Delirious, Tyler Black have made it to that Pick 6.
Of course, the standings for the Pick 6 updated after every event. Keep score at ROHWrestling.com.
That young knockout kid, Chris Hero, has a grievance he would like to air. Dear Mr. Cornette, how dare you not mention my name when you're talking about the 12 greatest wrestlers in Ring of Honor? Now you're new here, so I'm gonna smarten you up a little bit. You see, I can cuss with my kicks and I KO with my elbows. And there isn't a single wrestler here that has the knockout power that I do. Come to think of it, there isn't another wrestler in Ring of Honor that has my size or strength.
Claudio Castagnoli coming in. Yeah, I do believe it is.
You want strong, you want powerful, you're talking very European Claudio Castagnoli. The man who's going to win his pick 6 match tonight against your boy, Colt Cabana.
I'm not so sure about that, but it'll be interesting to see what he's doing here.
Was für eine Scheiße laberst du hier eigentlich? Jeder weiß, dass ich der Größte und Stärkste bin und die Nummer 1 hier bei Ring of Honor.
Claudio, this doesn't have to do with you. I'm just trying to make a point.
I'm just trying to make a point as well that I'm smarter than you because I speak German. That's why I should be number 1.
Let me repeat myself. This has nothing to do with you.
This has very much something to do with me, all right? Because everybody knows that my European uppercut is the best strike in professional wrestling today.
You forgetting about my elbow, Claudio? You know what I can do with my elbow?
This has become some kind of ego thing. This is not what we do. How about some wrestling? This is Ring of Honor wrestling. Why don't you guys just get out a ruler and decide who's bigger, huh? Oh, thank goodness. Here comes Jim Cornette.
My mic, my ring, my time. Listen up. I'm sick and fed up with hearing you guys whine and complain you make more static than a $2 iPod. Listen up. Hero, you're in the pick 6 in a couple of weeks. You're going to take on Kenny Omega. In the meantime, close your pie hole. You, Claudio, you're in the pick 6 tonight. But I guarantee you, the rankings are not dependent on what you want or what you want. The rankings are dependent on what ROH decides. Wait. Everybody's going to get the chance to prove themselves. You're going to get a chance tonight. And as a matter of fact, if you'll hang around, you can get a chance to prove how great you are in a special match right in just a few minutes. So you stick around, Hero. And Claudio, hit the bricks. And once again, the numbers of the Pick 6 rankings will be determined by Ring of Honor and by the executive producer, which happens to be me.
Hero waiting in the ring to see who he will go up against tonight. Well, he's already found out he has a chance in a couple of weeks to be in the Pick 6.
This match is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Vancouver, British Columbia, weighing 195 pounds, Kyle O'Reilly.
We haven't seen Kyle O'Reilly on HDNet, but here's a guy who has a lot of agility. We'll see if he can be any kind of a match for Chris Hero.
It's an excellent opportunity for Kyle O'Reilly, one of the top junior heavyweight wrestlers to come out of British Columbia as of late, has made his way to Ring of Honor on some of our live events the past couple of weeks, and seeing what he can do on HDNet against that young knockout kid.
Well, this would be embarrassing for Chris Hero. After he was out here politicking for Great spot and trying to get to the pick 6.
He will have to deal with Kenny Omega here in a couple of weeks to work his way into the pick 6. He can pull out that win. He gets $2,500 in bonus money as well, ranked in the contenders for the World Championship.
Hero, of course, known for that elbow, and at times known for loading it up when the referee's not looking. We'll keep an eye out for that here tonight.
Kyle O'Reilly got the first arm drag. Hero blocked that second attempt, though. Trying to use that quickness.
Look at the kick from Kyle O'Reilly. Showing a little bit of quickness. Young man from Vancouver, British Columbia.
Well, he knows that he could be that roadblock in Chris Hero's path to working his way into title contention. And right
Shane Hagedorn.
Trying to lend a helping hand.
Shane Hagedorn needs to be careful. As you see O'Reilly outside the ring, he hit that mat hard.
Hero out to the floor himself. Gonna dish out some punishment right in front of these fans.
Chop right to the chest. And he throws O'Reilly right back into the ring.
He concusses with right to the side of the head of O'Reilly.
I'll admit that's a pretty impressive move on the part of Hero. That sliding kick right into the ring. Got the cover and only a count of 2 before O'Reilly is back up.
You can tell O'Reilly is determined, but I think he just might be a little outclassed in this particular matchup. Chris Hero tours of Japan, has competed throughout Europe, as well as Canada, the United States, went down to Mexico. O'Reilly's just trying to build his own reputation and get places in pro wrestling.
You see that though, Dave? You can't take him lightly.
He's putting up a good fight against Chris Hero. Rolls him up.
Indeed he is. He rolls him up too. Oh, he almost had Chris Hero.
And he got an elbow for his trouble.
Right to the head. That's the elbow that Hero's known for. Now the kick. And the cover by Hero.
O'Reilly gets the shoulder up.
I think Hero's being a little cocky right now. Not taking care of business like he needs to. And he better be careful because O'Reilly's one of those kind of guys that if you don't take care of business, he can surprise you with one move and boom, it's all over.
Well, Chris Hero's got such a vast array of different elbow strikes. It could just be one move from Chris Hero that puts O'Reilly down for the 3 count.
I wonder what would happen to his shots in the pick 6 if Hero should lose here tonight.
Well, it is all up to Ring of Honor. It's all up to executive producer Jim Cornette. O'Reilly ducks that attempt, nailing some kicks on Hero. And he strikes as well, trying to make the most of this opportunity. Sweeps the legs. He needs to go for a cover, though. This is the inexperience of O'Reilly showing right here.
And another kick right to the head of Chris Hero. Hero now knows he's in a battle.
Running forearm strike from O'Reilly.
Hero thought this was going to be one of those deals you come out, boom, boom, 2 moves and it's over with, and that's not the case with O'Reilly who rolls him up. Could this be it? Is this an upset right here? Oh, Chris Hero just does get the shoulder up. You see Sarah Del Rey in the background trying to encourage him.
O'Reilly looking to finish the job here, but elbows to the back of the head by Hero. And for the O'Connor roll, Hero holds on. Rolling elbow.
There's that Chris Hero elbow right to the head.
Oh, he could be knocked out. Look at him.
I was going to say he might be out. Referee's going to need to check him. He's up, but I'm not sure he knows what planet he's on.
The death blow from Chris Hero.
Another elbow. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and 3. It's over with. Chris Hero just too much for Kyle O'Reilly.
Here is your winner, that young knockout kid,
Let's take another look. The death blow from Chris Hero. The rolling elbow to the back of the head of Kyle O'Reilly knocked that kid out. And then young knockout kid headed to a Pick 6 Challenge Series match against Kenny Omega here in a couple of weeks.
To me, the big question is that elbow going to be enough to get by Kenny Omega? Right now, let's go backstage to Kyle Durden.
Kyle Durden here, standing alongside the Embassy, Prince Nana, Ernie Osiris, and Joey Ryan. Now, tonight, Joey, you're facing Necro Butcher, but before that, I was just kind of curious. It's the Christmas season, and what would a prince at his embassy want for Christmas?
Curious, huh? Curious? You should know already, my friend, huh? How long have you been doing this stinking job, huh? And number one, look at him, huh? This guy's been blessed from even being in the presence of Prince Nana. And as for Joey Ryan, Joey, what do you want for this Christmas season, my friend?
You see, it's not what I want, it's what I can give. And I can give the gift of getting rid of Necro Butcher from Ring of Honor once and for all and continue to bring Sleazy back during the holiday season.
And after everybody gets their free mustache ride, huh? As for Prince Nana, I need something hard, something tough, something that's not gonna back down and that's gonna keep going all night long. The Embassy forever. Merry Christmas.
While we're talking about what folks want for Christmas, how about you, Dave? What do you want for Christmas?
I'll tell you what, I'd like to see Chris Hero knock a few more men out with the rolling elbow and become Ring of Honor World Champion at some point next year.
Well, while we're talking about World Champion, I think Colt Cabana has put himself in position to become the World Champion. Love the smile, love the passion of Colt Cabana. I know he's ready.
It'll mean everything to be the Ring of Honor World Champion. It really will be. And I know I have a playful nature, and I joke about things, and it seems like I have a good time, but the best time would be to have that ROH World Championship around my waist. The move that I like to use to finish people off is called the Billy Goat's Curse, which is based around the Chicago Cubs and the fact that the Chicago Cubs have said to have been cursed since the 1945 Championship Series. It's said every year that finally Chicago will reverse that curse. Well, that's kind of like what I'm going here for, and I want to say it's my time. Every year the Cubbies say it's their time. I want to say it's Cabana's time. It's my time to reverse that curse, and hopefully, I hope that this Pick 6 is my opportunity to finally bring home that ROH World Championship, not only to my house, to the Cabana household, but to the city of Chicago, because I think they deserve a championship and a champion.
Still to come, our main event, a Pick 6 challenge match, Colt Cabana and Claudio Castagnoli. And coming up next, it's the Necro Butcher and Joey Ryan. Let's find out just who is the Necro Butcher.
Well, I think there's two Necro Butchers. You know, the guy sitting here talking to you right now, just a normal, 36-year-old kid from West Virginia, who has two little babies. We like to watch Sesame Street and Yo Gabba Gabba, and I spend a lot of time changing diapers. And then there's the Necro Butcher that you folks might see on TV in that ring, and he's just a little different. He sees you as someone that's preventing him from taking care of his family. So he doesn't really care too much about, maybe hitting you upside the head with a chair or gouging your eye out or swinging anything he can find at you to get that win and to take that money home and take care of his family.
Ring of Honor Wrestling is proud to present Final Battle 2009 from New York City. And for the first time ever, you can watch one of ROH's biggest events on your computer. The man many call the next world champ, Tyler Black, gets his shot at the gold against ROH World Champion A-Double Austin Aries, plus 7 other can't-miss Ring of Honor matches. See Final Battle 2009 at GoFightLive.tv for $14.95.
Sanjay Dutt did one of the most despicable things I've ever seen a few weeks ago.
It was in Boston, Massachusetts, as Sanjay Dutt put Daisy Hayes in the camel clutch, made her humble, injured her back. And Delirious and Sanjay Dutt still have an issue to be resolved here in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, and Dutt has said to Delirious, if you want to solve this once for all, how about a submissions match? Let's get Delirious's answer to that.
Sonjeta Tingamachelling was delirious because it's always Tingamachingamore because they do delirious in here. And I'm on like a Shanana Sonjeta. Born again Chile, and I'm on share because he's not a Vegas. And I'm a Shanana when I was done. Tap it, tap, 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 tap.
For those of you who don't understand delirious, it's all.
Who wants a mustache ride? This match is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, being accompanied by Prince Nana from Los Angeles, California, weighing 210 pounds, representing the Embassy, Joey Ryan.
It's like the cast of Fantasy Island to me.
The Embassy's hired magnum, Joey Ryan, Prince Nana, and Mr. Ernesto Osiris. He's looking good tonight.
Yeah, with no hair. Ernie is.
He's got a little facial hair, just enough.
His opponent, weighing 250 pounds,
That's not a traffic cone, that's a dunce cap. This guy's a moron. Still with no shoes on. Out of control. Gonna get DQ'd right away, the Necro.
I don't know about DQ, but I do know that traffic cone can hurt somebody.
It's not a baseball bat.
Well, the crowd definitely behind the Necro Butcher here. I will admit, though, that Todd Sinclair, the referee, has his work cut out for him when the Necro Butcher gets in the ring. Oh, so he puts down the traffic cone as Joey Ryan is yet to get in the ring.
That's the only way this match is going to start. He listens to the referee, gets all the weapons out of the ring first. And now he's threatening Todd Sinclair. There's the opening bell.
And he slams his head into the turnbuckle. This is a never-ending war between Necro and the Embassy.
Of course, the Necro Butcher took out Jimmy Rave of the Embassy. We've seen Colt Cabana and Grizzly Redwood battling alongside Necro against Prince Nana's men in the past several months. The question is, when will this rivalry, this war between the two sides finally come to a conclusion?
I don't think anytime soon. I'd like to see Nana get in the ring and fight him himself.
We could be one mustache ride away from Joey Ryan ending it once and for all tonight.
Joey Ryan just got in a good lick on the Necro Butcher, and yet another one.
I hope he doesn't try to lick him. Necro's a very, very dirty individual. Doesn't look like he bathes that often. Oxygen taken away from him, courtesy of the ring world. Struggling for breath. So Joey Ryan sends him off.
And the Necro Butcher grabs that foot as Ryan attempted a kick. It didn't work. He throws him outside the ring. Outside the ring is where the Necro Butcher does some of his best work. Watch him throw on that hard mat or into the side rail. He throws him into the seats.
Well, this isn't a Falls Count Anywhere matchup or a no disqualification match. The action belongs inside the ring. It's time for the referee to lay down the law. Bring it back inside. Those
fans are going to try to help Joey Ryan up.
They don't look to be very hopeful at all.
Well, it is Philadelphia after all. Oh, the Necro Butcher will help him right back into the ring.
Isn't this supposed to be the city of brotherly love?
Not a lot of love going on now between Joey Ryan and the Necro Butcher. He just got thrown down hard onto that floor.
Come on, help a brother out. Help him back to his feet, over the barricade, back inside the ring. No one is assisting Joey Ryan.
Well, the Necro Butcher is going to do that just once more.
Taking this fight into the seats. Nope. Oh, look at Necro, actually. Oh, trying to bring the action back toward the ring. That wasn't very helpful, though.
Not when you fall on that hard mat there, no. Oh, and into the barricade. Head first.
He's taking very liberal use of this 20 count, Hog. Time for Sinclair to lay down the law, bring him back in. Can't use the camera as a weapon either. Necro's out of his mind.
And it's the Necro Butcher. They call this the POV, the point of view.
Unbelievable.
Cameraman just got scared out of his mind. The Necro Butcher coming after his equipment.
Mark Cuban's going to charge Necro for that. That's coming out of his pay. Back inside the ring, finally. If that camera isn't damaged.
Ernie Osiris, what are you doing?
It's Mr. Ernesto Osiris, and what he did was gave Joey Ryan that opening he needed. Just taking away the oxygen of the Necro Butcher in the corner. The referee has his back turned, and Prince Nana getting a couple shots in as well.
The Necro Butcher needs to grab the ropes right now as he takes a shot from Joey Ryan.
I'm impressed with Joey Ryan holding his own in a fight against someone like the Necro Butcher. You know, Joey Ryan isn't known as a brawler.
Yeah, but Joey Ryan's pretty good when he's got the help of two other guys.
That's why they're there.
Yeah, a little 3 against 1, that's fair.
Unity for the embassy.
Necro onto the ropes, trying to regroup, regather himself.
Maybe he could stand if he had shoes on. Make it a little bit more easy.
Necro Butcher's taking a lot of shots in this match. Oh. Now he takes a kick.
Nice standing drop. Did you see the elevation that Joey Ryan got on that one? What an athlete.
But he's making a mistake not trying to finish him. Took too much time for the cover and allowed the Necro Butcher to get a shoulder up.
Joey Ryan out to the apron. Gonna go up top.
The Necro Butcher, who, as you heard, crazy enough to fight for his family. Putting food on the table.
By stapling people?
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Only in wrestling. Ryan needs to wear the man down, grab hold of the chin locker, the beard.
Pretty hard to pin this guy.
Oh, it's difficult. Necro is a very tough man.
It's hard to get him to submit as well.
But Joey Ryan is a very skilled professional wrestler. Trying to wear the man down as Necro tries to hang in there.
Necro with a couple of elbows to free himself.
Right back down to the mat he goes, courtesy of Joey Magnum Ryan.
Ryan again with a count of 2.
Asking Necro to bring on the fight. What does he have left in the tank?
Tell you what, Dave, I do not want to hear the Embassy brag at all if they win this match. I am just sick of listening to these guys.
You're sick of winners? I mean, if they win the matchup, that just means Joey Ryan's the better man.
I'm sick of loudmouths who go to any lengths to win a match, whether it's legitimate or not.
So you're sick of winners. It's all about wins and losses here in ROH, as Jim Cornette said.
It's the Ring of Honor. It's all about winning with honor. Something the Embassy knows nothing about.
Back out to the apron goes Joey. Looking to finish the job against the Necro Butcher.
And Joey Ryan simply taking too much time. You can't do this against the Necro Butcher, because he will regain his composure and Joey Ryan will be in trouble, and that moment might be right now.
Combination of chops and punches from Necro.
Necro up on the ropes. What do we have here? Oh my goodness.
I can't believe he just did that.
Hurt the back of Joey Ryan.
Mr. Ernesto Osiris up on the apron.
Whoa. What did he just throw? He threw some powder, throwing powder in the face of the Necro Butcher. Are you kidding me?
Well, the referee has called for the bell. He blinded the man. Took away one of his senses.
Nana and Ernie Osiris are in the ring. I think that's over.
Well,
we need help out here somehow.
The Embassy.
Somebody help the Necro Butcher. Here, it's over with. These guys have been disqualified. There's Eric Stevens coming in to help the Necro Butcher just in time. The Embassy trying to win by less than honorable means, and they have to pay for it. And Eric Stevens coming in to help the Necro Butcher. Thank goodness.
Winner of this match as a result of a disqualification, the Necro Butcher.
I was saying thank goodness for Eric Stevens. And the Necro Butcher is your winner.
The Necro Butcher is blind to what's going on right here. Double shoulder tackle.
Well, you know, this has been quite a year with the Ring of Honor on HDNet. And coming up next week, something really special, Dave. We'll go back and take a look at some of the real characters, some of the best moments over the past year in Ring of Honor.
This is a Pick 6 Contender Series match. It is scheduled for one fall with television time remaining. Introducing first, being accompanied by Prince Nana from the United Banks of Switzerland, weighing 107 kilos, Claudio Castagnoli.
What the heck is that white thing that he's got out to get in the ring? What is that?
It's like a podium for the very statuesque Claudio Castagnoli. He's very European. He's in fantastic condition. It's like he's chiseled out of granite, Hog. Watch him pose. Look at those arms.
But that doesn't necessarily mean he's a great wrestler.
Watch him pose.
And that does not necessarily mean he's going to beat Colt Cabana.
Another fantastic moment here on HDNet. I hope we replay it next week.
What, a guy getting in the ring over a white sheet?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Shh, he's posing again.
Yeah, let's all be quiet. Here comes a man who's going to take him out.
His opponent from Maxwell Street in Chicago, Illinois, weighing 244 pounds, Colt Boom Boom Cabana.
Oh, what, Cabana trying to steal Claudio's thunder?
This is Cabana's moment right here.
You shush me? How dare you?
I'll be more than shushy in a minute.
Very important matchup for both men. Pick 6 Challenge Series. $2,500 plus ranking for the contendership, ROH World Championship on the line. You really like this guy, don't you, Hog?
Well, I like his enthusiasm. I like his passion. Not to mention his skill as a wrestler, which we are about to see. I like the fact that he enjoys his work. Look at him. Look at his face. And look at how the crowd loves him.
Look at his
Always
knees
with the
wiggling.
smile.
Knees wiggling like he's Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant or something.
A lot of people could take some lessons from Colt Cabana and his attitude towards life.
Did he just good game the referee? Wow. Code of honor?
He's friendly with everyone.
He just took Claudio's glove. Uncalled for.
You think one glove helps you? He rolls him up immediately. Oh, wouldn't that have been something if this match had been over in about 2 seconds?
An aggressive lockup between both men. Two very skilled wrestlers. Cabana has actually added a lot of the European style of wrestling to his repertoire over the past several years. Something that Claudio is also known for.
Because he's European, right?
Well, Claudio Castagnoli certainly is, but Cabana spent a lot of time wrestling in Europe, studied that style. So if it gets European between these two, you know, Cabana can hold his own.
So you're saying that Cabana's very European?
He's just skilled in that style of wrestling. But, two very evenly matched up men. Of course, Claudio has the better physique of the two, but they're both skilled wrestlers. Heck of a main event.
Yeah. And the thing I like about Colt Cabana, it doesn't matter what style of wrestler he's going against. He's able to adjust and able to adapt. And I think that's what makes him such a strong contender to take the world title away from Austin Aries.
Only one of these two men will be able to get into contention for the World Championship.
Winner, of course, gets a bonus of $2,500. You saw Claudio talking to the camera. That's despite his strength. This is one of the things that I think hurts Claudio is sometimes he really loses focus on the match. It has cost him in the past. Let's see if it costs him here tonight.
It's confidence, Hog. I've seen him pick up women by just posing. And you know, Cabana likes to maybe have a little bit too much fun.
This is not about picking up women. This is about winning a wrestling match. And while I admit that Claudio Castagnoli is a fine wrestler, again, that loss of concentration has come back to bite him on more than one occasion.
Cabana doing several forward rolls. Using that British influence right there himself. Gain the advantage.
Cabana loves to go after the arm and take the power away from his opponent.
Look at the bridge of Castagnoli, able to maintain it while supporting all of the body weight of Cabana.
I'm going to tell you, Claudio Castagnoli, I will admit, is one of the strongest men I have ever seen in this sport.
What's Cabana doing? He needs to take this match seriously.
He did. He took a shot right to the gut of Claudio Castagnoli.
Trying to keep control of the leg of Claudio. Cartwheel by Cabana, goes back after the leg.
Colt Cabana has more agility than you might think. And all of Claudio's strength was taken away there a moment ago when he was just on his back. And now he rolls over and has the legs of Colt Cabana.
Neither man with the advantage for more than just a few seconds at a time. He does have the legs tied up, getting hold of that chin lock. Converts into the side headlock.
Yeah, the headlock put on Cabana. Cabana trying to get out of it. Now this is an advantage for Claudio Castagnoli because of his incredible strength. And Cabana somehow breaks free.
Quick headlock takeover. Claudio winds up in the ropes. We're going to force him to go back toward the center.
That was a great move by Cabana to get out of that hold. Now Cabana gets the rope. Castagnoli misses.
A head scissors from Cabana into a cover.
Count of only two. You know, you get the feeling just watching it that both of these guys know how important this match is. A win puts you in that six, the pick six.
You know, executive producer Jim Cornette needs to realize just how important Claudio Castagnoli is to Cornette's Ring of Honor. One of the best athletes on the planet today. And when he pulls out the victory here against Cabana, he'll be in line for a title shot.
You know what? Don't count my man Colt Cabana out. You can say what you want to. I know about Claudio's strength. I know about his poses, his physique. But I also know his record.
Chasing game back inside the ring now. And Prince Nana.
What is Prince Nana doing trying to grab his foot?
They caused a distraction.
If I'm Jim Cornette, I get Prince Nana and Ernie Osiris out of the way.
You don't particularly like the embassy.
I've never seen him win by honorable means.
No,
if they would get in the ring and the wrestlers would wrestle in an honorable way, which is the code of honor, ring of honor, yeah, I'd have no problem with the embassy. But that's not what they are. That's not what they do.
You know, Prince Nana, he filed for a manager's license. He's legally allowed to be at ringside for his men. is Castagnoli with the upper hand.
Where do you file for a manager's license?
Dealing with ROH President Eric Silver.
You had one of those at one time, didn't you?
Not here in Ring of Honor. Gets the boot up into the face of Cabana. Bicycle kick. Oh! Took him off his feet with authority.
Now Castagnoli with a chance. And look at Cabana. Rebound. Look at him refuse to be pinned.
He'll roll those shoulders up off the canvas. And to work on the back goes Double C.
And Claudio Castagnoli now get him in that chin lock once again. He wants to somehow get Colt Cabana into a submission. Look at Colt, he's got his thumb trying to break that. Trying to hurt his back now. Trying to get him to submit, and Colt Cabana. I'll tell you what, Colt Cabana's showing some strength right here.
Able to fight his way out of it, but a knee to the midsection by Castagnoli.
How about the elbow to the head?
Right into a European uppercut. How about that? Cover.
And a count of only 2 as Colt Cabana got hold of the rope.
It's all about ring positioning. Look at the strength of Castagnoli, though. Jackknife pin.
Got him rolled up. Count of 2. And again, Claudio Castagnoli goes to work on his back. Got him in a chin lock once more.
Trying to take away that energy of Cabana.
Look at the face of Colt Cabana. Swelling with a little blood on his mouth there.
A very physical matchup between these two men. That was probably as a result of the European uppercut as Cabana came springboarding off the second row.
Here's the elbow to the back of the head. Cabana knows what's at stake here. And Claudio Castagnoli, I'll admit, has control of this match right now, but let's see if Colt Cabana can rebound in some way.
The question will be how much will the loss of blood be a factor in Cabana hanging in there for the rest of this match. Claudio gets the boot up into the face. Oh, this time the bicycle kick caught.
Colt knows what he's got to do now. Got a couple of shots to the head. Elbow from Colt Cabana. You knew it was coming. His strength is starting to show right now. He's got the cover. 1, 2. Whoa, Colt Cabana. 2.5.
Now he's going for Billy Goat's curse, but Claudio nails him with the elbow.
We've got a scenario here where you have the strength, as you see, of Claudio Castagnoli, and somehow Colt Cabana has got to find a way to use his quickness. It's the only chance he has.
Right now Claudio going for another power move, the Ricola bomb. If he can hit it, this thing's over.
Yep. Right there, we saw some quickness, and now a shot to the head as Colt Cabana ready to make his move. How about that knee to the head from Colt Cabana? And Claudio Castagnoli is in some trouble right here. The quickness, trying to get the roll up. He's able to get it here, and here's the count. 1, 2, 3, it's over. Colt Cabana advances on to the pin 6. Give that man $2,500. He's beat Claudio Castagnoli. Oh, what a match. What a win for Colt Cabana.
It all came down to leverage as he rolled Claudio up for the 3 count. $2,500 richer. A bloody mouth, but Colt Cabana in the pick 6 contendership for the world champion.
And if you see Colt Cabana, give me the money. And also give me a chance to move on and perhaps battle Austin Aries for the world title. What a night for Colt Cabana. What a night for the Ring of Honor on HDNet.
Pulling the curtain up, stomachs upset outside. Jumping out the window, open your chute, gon' let out. First show got booze, second show crowd move. Running show the chick in the front row, show the boobs. And I ain't got a clue how it feels to be you. Cause when I take my last breath, I ain't got no excuse. Cause I rode this damn train to the motherfucking dirt. And I don't give a damn if your feelings get hurt. Cause you sacrifice, you don't appreciate the work. That's why I'm hanging with these models and understand it's just a perk. And I do it for all my dreamers, the kids with misdemeanors, the outcasts in the back of the class and no one believes it. I was the same way, went against the grain. And there's nothing like pleasure after a little bit of pain. Give me the rock, been performing all my life. My life won't stop until I get it right, get it right. For us, I'm trying to live right. Been performing all my life. My life won't stop until I get it right, get it right. For us, I'm trying to live, I'm giving it all I got. Not letting dream killers box me in. Sticking to my guns and the runs that I've done. And homie, you can box me in. When the rain is green and a cup of gin. Knowing I did it like Frank and Dean. Even if it gets me franks and beans. To me the end's just what I mean. Monster jeans or water or cream. All in on me, be happy to be that look like Jay-Z's girl. And I'm still sure to be happy. I needed a rush, needed a nut, needed a hoe, needed a slut, needed a drug to get fucked up. But it still wouldn't give me the same rush. Just holding the mic in my hand. Go on a tour in a sock in Japan. Skiing in the Rocky Mountains. With a can of dew in my hand. Homie, I'm a self-made man. Little bit country, little bit rock and roll. Half hip hop, and I got a whole lot of soul. See, I live my life like Frank the Tank. Out to one Johnny, you are hanging out on point break. Break down, break up, live it up, go nuts. You to you, out to me, cause I live for the adrenaline rock. Been performing all my life. My life won't stop until I get it right, get it right. For us, adrenaline rock. Been performing all my life. My life won't stop until I get it right, get it right. For us, adrenaline rush.
You've been watching an exclusive presentation of Ring of Honor.